if we get a shot. I can't see what that's looking at. So good morning. So this will be the first of weekly videos I want to do documenting my garden, what I've been doing and what I will be doing. So I think the best thing to do is just start off with a full garden tour so we can get an idea of what's happening. So if we start here, I've done these cottage gravel paths with these island beds. We've got this one which is pretty much established from May, and then these 3 new ones which have only been going about a month, and then again with this border, it's probably been planted since March. So let's check this out. Nice old lupins, pretty finished. Some French lavender. Beautiful tall salvias still going. One of my favourite pieces. This rabbit. Some more French lavender in there. Still going. A lemon tree. We'll see how that does over winter. Duckies. Some delphiniums going for a 3rd flower. Need to fill in some areas here. I have to wait till autumn, I think. And again here, some areas to fix. And then some honeysuckle. Almost meeting. And for this going along here, it got so hot and killed all the sweet peas. So in autumn I'll be planting salvias for next year and hope they fare up a little better. It's one of the garden walls I've made to separate the secret garden, which we can look at after. And my little nursery of all my cuttings and seedlings. Little bee house. Let's check out this border. This is all shaded after the small amount of morning sun it gets. So some hostas hydrangeas. So let's check out the first new bed with the bird feeder. Got climbers in there, but they're being beaten up by the sun, so we'll have to see what happens next year. Got all my tiny cuttings which I've rooted and planted. Buddleia. And another buddleia there. The butterfly tree. Bush. Some verbena. Some Nepeta. Drum, or however it's set. More little cuttings. And we've got the smaller one. Again, it's pretty much the same. Small rooted cuttings. Really focusing on next year. And then the bigger one. So I did these granite in Neolithic style. Big climber in the middle, some sort of honeysuckle. Again, a few late summer flowers, but then everything else is tiny little cuttings for next year. Let's just do this nice little seating area, lavender each side, green basket, terracotta pots of summer bulbs. Now this better established bed is looking good. Imagine next year it will be completely full. Got some snapdragons, these are so cool. Ooh. When the bees go in them, it's quite nice to watch. Talking of bees, I've never had so many bees in this garden since starting it in February. There's a little pink daisy bush, adds some good colour early on in the year. Sedums. Okay, so now decided to do a dedicated lawn, separated by a very thin border, some salvias and pots. Small entrance over there. So let's go through. Got the hog house. This little bird bath made out of pots. That is a shaded area for most of the day. Hydrangeas. The boss. The boss. The boss. Flanked by another hydrangea. Nice little duckies. And then I guess the main feature. It's a waterfall I made in about June. With a pond at the bottom. Probably is the best thing I've made. It's still on the grass borders, dahlias. And the idea here is this big yellow broom is to fill with another buddleia, to fill this, create a wall. So this other section becomes more secret. Same on the left of the arch. Fill this gap. And we've got this arch which I made with honeysuckle finally climbing. Let's go to the left. I don't know what this is. It could be a weed, but it's so cool. I'm just going to see what it does. These daisies. I did have two lovely lupins here, but they died back pretty quick. They did flower a lot. Got some bleeding heart in the back, which is pretty much dying back, but it should be good next year. Some hardy geraniums, and then this thing didn't flower till I think mid-July, when it's put on these beautiful blooms. Some Rebecca, I think. More verbena. Beautiful fuchsia bush. That was tiny when I planted it. The other sort of verbena, which is very bushy, and echinacea. This one might have to be moved. It's a bit towered. Some Bidens. Did have sunflowers there, but they're gone. Let's do a stand back one. Get a nice granite seating here. The idea is to walk, come sit, watch the waterfall. Amazing salvia. Taking loads of cuttings of this because I think it dies. So we'll bring that back next year. Really need to sort this bed out in the autumn. I've lost all the definition of it and it's looking a bit sad. But then this is looking the best. Let's see if we get a shot. I can't see what that's looking at. Yeah. So I planted this in June and it was filled out so nice. A few weeds I can't really get to. But yeah, beautiful. Okay, let's go and check out the actual secret garden. Winding paths, it's enjoyable to walk around. So as we come in the actual secret garden, just to touch on this, I'm hoping we fill it all up and you can't see in. Same with this trellis along the wall, I've got climbers planted. So hopefully this will just become a wall of flower and green. And this one is more recently planted, so it's looking a bit sparse. But next year, I have to move these because they get baked. I need to put them in the shade. Mammoth. Snail. And that's the seating. May get some different chairs and tables, but they do for now. And more of a shady border. With a bridge onto the grass. And then in this really shady corner, the actual wildlife pond with moss and ferns. As you can see. And like I said, this is the nursery. I'm trying to grow everything, keep the costs down. And the last section is the seating area through this arch. Got nothing planted in the pots because we did have sweet peas, but the heat just got to them, so next year figure something out. And then I've got my dahlias. And Verbena in the middle. Again, planted really for next year. Everything's going to triple in size, fill everything out. And that's the other side of the trellis there. See what I mean why I want it nice and green. So that's the full garden tour. I'm posting every Wednesday of jobs, changes, just trying to take it more seriously. So drop a subscribe if that sounds good, and I'll see you next Wednesday.